There was once a girl called Sunita who was studying very hard for her exams. Seeing Sunita, her mother prepared her a special dinner which was a bowl of lady's finger, a bowl full of lady's finger. And Sunita asked her mom, "Why are you giving me lady's finger? Why are you not giving me my usual dosa?" Then her mom said, "Look, Sunita, lady's finger is very good for your brain. It will definitely help you study well and remember all your information." Sunita asked her, "But how, mom? It's just a vegetable." And Sunita's mom told her that lady's finger, look, Sunita, the lady's finger is slimy. Your brain is also very slimy and sticky. So when you eat this lady's finger, it goes directly to your brain and helps your brain grow bigger, stronger, and smarter. Sunita saw this logic and she accepted, and she started studying very hard that night, and the next day morning she wrote her exams so well. From then on, Sunita has been eating vegetables, especially lady's finger, because it helps her brain. Okay, I don't know if the story is true or not, but this is a story my mother told me when I was young. And I'm sure your mothers also said the same, similar kind of story to you. Why this long story? I am going to talk to you today about how important stories and storybooks is to our children and how it helps children grow. So I'm going to split this video into two. In the first part of the video, I'm going to give you general tips about reading, about stories and storybooks. And in the second part of the video, I'm going to give you specific tips, and I am going to show you a demo with all of my books on how to use these tips with your child. So if you're interested and if this is a topic you like, make sure you like this video. So Nelson Mandela has once said that education is the most powerful tool we can use to change the world. Now, I don't think he meant the concept of getting ready in the morning and going to school, memorizing some stuff, writing it in the exam. I don't think this is what real education is. But I think education is the training of the mind to think, to reason, to see logic, to see patterns, to delineate which is good and which is not good, what is right, what is the truth. So, in this regard, make education a habit. Somebody important also said, "You are what you repeatedly do." So start using stories and storybooks into your child's life and make it a routine which your child enjoys. This looks like having a bedtime story reading routine, or having the afternoon times when you are free for storybooks, or having a weekend when all the parents, both parents and the child, sit together and do stories. Another thing children love is having to choose or having control of situations. So take a bunch of books and give it to your child. Keep 3 books on the table and then ask your child, "Which book do you want to read?" And then your child picks a book and you say, "Yes, okay, read animals book. Read animals book." Also, make reading activity fun and cozy and comfortable. So set a place in your house with a mat and some pillows or a bean bag and a small bookshelf or a box of books, and keep this place in your house set. And every time during your routine or your sleep activity or your afternoon story time, take your child to that place, both of you sit together and read. And keep this space only for reading. It builds a habit and it builds a structure to your child's routine. So most often when your child is very young, let's say less than 5, try to have a position where you sit behind your child, you have your child in front of you, preferably on your lap, and have the book in front of your child. This is a very good position because your child can get language and all the information you tell him. As well, he can see the book, the text, the letters, and the pictures, and associate what you say or what he hears from you with what he sees on the book. Now, this is tied to the third point where children love control. Here, give your child the book and encourage your child himself to turn the pages. This gives the sense of control. Why do children like control? Because they are very new to the environment and they're a bit afraid and anxious about what is happening. So, when they have control, they feel more calm and composed and they participate in the activity better than when it is a parent led or a clinician led activity. Now, this is the most important thing. As parents, especially if you're a parent of a child with special needs, you have very strict ideologies of how you want the interaction to go. You want your child to say a certain thing, you want your child to do something that you want. But most often, they don't do what we want, they only do what they want. So, before you get into the breeding activity, prepare your mind. Be willing, be open to changes in your reading. That is, be open to the fact that you're only going to read maybe one page of a book. Your child is only going to be fixed on one or two pages, or they're going to flip open just some random page and start reading. All this is permissible. There is no specific way to storybook reading, and in the beginning all these type of interests being very glued to specific pages is encouraged because it develops interest, and when you allow it, your child feels safe to explore his interests with you. When I was young, my father used to take me and my sister to these roadside bookshops where they just have books on the floor or in this talluvandi that we call. And their books are very cheap. So every week he would take us there and he would buy us books. Until now, my father and us, we discuss a lot of books. And I'm sure you also have certain book routines like this with your parents or with some close aunt or a family friend. Books build connection between people. So find a routine, find some special moment or a special activity that only you and your child do involving books, because books build character. They teach children and people things that they cannot learn from just other people or just experiences. They teach children and people a lot, so it is important to have a book habit throughout life. And this, find a routine which you can make with your child around books and build books into your child's life. And a general note is hardbound books such as these, which have thick pages which are not that bendable and pliable, these are better than the soft bound books like this, which are easily tearable. So if you have a young child or a child who's very fidgety and likes to move things very fast, then try to buy more hardbound books than soft-bound books. So these are examples of some hardbound books. So if you learned something from this video, make sure to tell me that in the comment. And if you think another parent will benefit from this video, try to share it with them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.